the opening round of the Women's Division I Volleyball Championship. Tonight, the hometown Kansas Jayhawks playing host to the Mavericks of Omaha. Hello, welcome to Lawrence, alongside former Kansas great Jill Dorsey Hall. I'm Lee Fleisig. Kansas so excited to host. Tickets were gone in a minute. A minute they were gone.
Literally in 60 seconds.
And on the other side, one of the great turnarounds in the country this year from Omaha.
Omaha going 0-9 to start this season, and what a comeback. Even in their conference tournament in the Summit League Championship, down 0-2, but they had a reverse sweep for their first ever NCAA tournament appearance. So what a performance. But they're going to be taking on the Jayhawks, who've won 14 straight here in Horace in the friendly confines.
McKenna Rook really leads the way for Omaha. What makes her special?
She's just so dynamic and so steady. 15 kills and 14 blocks was a new program record in that Summit League Championship. She really took her team on her back, a steady performer, and leads Omaha in kills, an impressive feat for a middle blocker.
And for Kansas, the postseason awards continue to pile up for Cameron Turner.
The junior setter, the Big 12 setter of the year, led the conference in assists per set, running this dynamic Jayhawk offense, a tremendous backrow defender as well from nearby Topeka, Kansas, dreamed of playing here at Kansas, playing out her dreams, leading Kansas to 3 straight NCAA tournament appearances.
Matt Buttermore is in his 5th season at Omaha. Faced off against the Kansas Jayhawks early in the season, lost 3-0 to Kansas, but that seems like years ago.
Forever ago.
In Maverick talk, because this is a totally different Omaha team than what Kansas saw early in the season. The Jayhawks and Mavericks, we've talked about some of the players to watch. Caroline Vienne has been so good for Kansas, both as an outside hitter and as a back row player. London Davis coming into her own in her junior season as well. And
Omaha, as you mentioned, right out of the gates ran a 5-1 system, but now has reverted to a 6-2, so 2 setters running the duty. They're running the show for Omaha, so a much different look for them. They also had Rachel Fairbanks playing libero. Now she's the outside hitter, so just some different players in different positions for Omaha. A much different team than when Kansas faced them early in the season in just the 2nd match of the year.
The Jayhawks led by their fine head coach Ray Bouchard in his 26th season, now the 5-time Big 12 Coach of the Year. Congratulations to Ray Bouchard on that honor just handed out.
And how fitting for him as he responds. He says, I'm not going to call it a coach of the year, I'm going to call it a program of the year. And that just goes to show the type of person, the type of leader that Kansas has here in Ray Bouchard, one of the most well-respected coaches in all of the country. Standing
room only here inside Horace. We're underway in Lawrence. Kansas on the left-hand side of the screen, Omaha on the right. Aya El Nadi with the first swing for Kansas. El Nadi swings away. Jayhawks on the board first.
And the crowd up on their feet. It's what a get on the back row, but couldn't corral on their side of the net. So Aya El Nadi up and away to put that one down. And one of the most consistent performers for the Jayhawks all season long has been Aya El Nadi.
Reagan Burns with a good serve. Turner to London Davis. Turned back. Rachel Fairbanks got a big piece of that one.
And I think that was a lot of McKenna Rook as well. We talked about those 2 players, 2 veteran players for the Mavericks.
Turner out to El Nadi. First team Big 12.
Well, coming with some heat. I thought that one might have been long, but playing it on the back room was McCormick.
Katie Dalton with the serve. Now Kansas with an opportunity. Turner to El Nadi. Rook got a hand on it.
Well, right out of the gate, continuing to feed the ball to Aya El Nadi. Actually, a positive touch at the plane of the net. The Mavericks just couldn't run through that ball to pick it up.
Katie Dalton out to El Nadi. Zergensmeyer with a nice pickup. On a banjo. Just kind of misfired. Point Omaha. First team Summit League. McKenna Rook, the MVP of the Summit League tournament.
You know, for Omaha, they were a part of that match against Nebraska that day in volleyball where they had 92,000+ people, so they're not going to back down or shy away. This is not that hostile of an environment once you play.
I guess if you played in front of 92,000 screaming Nebraska fans.
They're like, this is no big deal.
What a postseason for the state of Nebraska.
Oh, my goodness. All 3 Division I teams in the NCAA tournament. And I know both Kirsten Berthal-Booth and Cook at Nebraska were the first to congratulate Coach Buttermore on just getting this team that has been so close for a number of years to get into the tournament. And what a big accomplishment.
Turner dumps it over. Fava was there. On a banjo.
Anna Banjo working hard, and the trust too. As Anna Banjo, a transfer into this program this year, but had played at a Power 5 institution at the University of Iowa, but her first time in the NCAA tournament.
El Nadi serves. Turner on the floor for Kansas. Reagan Cooper. How big has she been for the Jayhawks this year?
Well, her ability to elevate and her contact point. You can see her working in transition. Cameron Turner with an impressive pickup on the back row, and that's Katie Dalton setting in, and she's the backup setter for the Jayhawks playing right back. What a luxury to have her in right back.
Anna Banjo and Cameron Turner with the rare time that they're not on the same page.
I think Anna Banjo was expecting a little bit more of a push into her hand there. You can see Kansas trying to establish their middles because they have relied pretty heavily on their outside hitters throughout the season.
Anna Banjo puts it in play. And Michaela Myers for Kansas.
Michaela Myers teaming up with her best friend, spending their last season together at Kansas, a transfer from TCU. Had a tremendous career there and finishing up her career here. Reagan Cooper from Texas Tech transferring in.
It was on senior night that Reagan Cooper thanked Michaela for recruiting her to Kansas, right?
Exactly, a big reason why. Best friends started their career actually together at Washington State. You can see there associate head coach Billy Ebel talking to OC Anna Banjo and a couple adjustments that he's wanting her to make.
Emily Huss with the serve. Kayla Myers.
And again, I think the message early on is try to establish the middles for Kansas.
Nice pickup from Cameron Turner. Cooper. Fava was there for Omaha. London Davis. Emily Huss was there. London Davis turns it back.
Well, Omaha had opportunities within that rally because of some good touches at the net. A big part of that, Emily Huss, the 6'5" freshman, working hard to get touches at the net. But then a block to close the door. London Davis on the right side for the Jayhawks.
Michaela Myers there to stuff it for Kansas.
Michaela Myers is so steady, disciplined block. Diving in, teaming up with Reagan Cooper.
Turner serve just sails long.
Yeah, into 3-0 scoring run for the Jayhawks. You think about this Omaha squad. I mean, just you look at their season and 0-9 to start off, but their head coach told me, he said, you know, we're just going to keep punching. And he had a message to his team like Rocky did, you know, in that movie. And that's exactly what they did in the Summit League Championship, going down 0-2. So certainly this team is not going to be phased at all.
Literally, as you told me that story this week, I was watching Rocky, doing my spotting boards, watching Rocky.
It was fitting, right?
It was meant to be.
So we just got to keep punching. But what a historic season all around for the Mavericks. Obviously their first NCAA tournament, but you know, 2 trophies for them. It's been up and down.
Ayel Nadi.
Well, the block early going for the Jayhawks getting involved, and that's a wise dive in. 14 blocks already for the Jayhawks.
Cameron Turner saved it for the Jayhawks. Great effort. Long from Fairbanks. Credit that one to Cameron Turner. We'll take a break. Timeout Omaha. The Jayhawks leading here in the opening set. Round 1 of the NCAA Championship in Florence. Well, when the center of the year in the conference is making plays like that, it has to inspire the whole team.
And what a tremendous athlete. And Coach Bouchard has said, you know, she's one of the best athletes. She's turned into a phenomenal setter, but making plays like that, I'll put her up as the best defensive setter in the country. I will stand by that statement. Because if she wasn't setting, I would put her in as a defensive specialist. Similar to what Kansas does with Katie Dalton playing in right back, that she has a knack for defense. And that's why when Kansas recruited her, and by the way, they're the only Division I team to recruit her, it was Kansas or Washburn coming out of Topeka. So under-recruited, she was because she hit, because she played defense, she sat, she did a little bit of everything.
Amanda Hart, 6'3", freshman for Omaha. A lot of good-looking young players on this Omaha roster. One of them.
It's youngsters, but also some veterans that have been so steady for this Omaha squad. And it was just a matter of time before they notched that first NCAA tournament appearance. And it was so cool to watch the video that their alumni did. And it was a 14-minute video, and I urge anybody at home to watch it, because you could feel the emotion of all the players that became before, and that was a part of that rise to get them to the NCAA tournament. It was really well done.
It means a lot to this program, doesn't it?
I say this time and time again, but it is very difficult to get into the NCAA tournament. I mean, that should go without being said, but it is a difficult feat.
London Davis with a good touch for Kansas. Back to Davis.
Well, Caroline Bien, once outside hitter turned DS. They recruited her as a libero, continued to grow and continue to build her skill set. But this year, turned over to being a defensive specialist, and she certainly holds down middle back.
London Davis on the floor. El Nadi. Kansas wants a touch. None called. Ray Bouchard, I think, contemplating.
Oh, I think there was a touch.
Yeah. Kansas players called for it immediately.
But it was London Davis all out reach there with her left hand to keep that rally alive.
Davis.
There's a point there from the Mavericks. That was a really pretty point.
McKenna Rook finishes it. Tukuafu with a beautiful set. Turner back to El Nadi. Blocked.
Yeah, McKenna Rook. And don't forget, this team came in to Lawrence last year, so comfortable, and also maybe a bit more comfortable because of familiarity playing this Kansas team earlier this season. And as I mentioned, a lot of different players in the lineup for the Mavericks, and so a different look, and they're certainly not going to back away.
Really a different team, too, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, the players, different setter running the show, running a 6-2. Fairbanks moved to the outside, moving the pieces around, but give credit to Coach Buttermore and his coaching staff for moving the necessary pieces around to making it work.
Turner on a banjo. That's long.
And I'm not sure I saw a luff on that. Coach Bouchard looking back to the fans to say, was there a touch on that? But I don't think he's going to challenge that. I don't think I saw enough.
Dalton. We don't see Katie Dalton swinging that much.
She's certainly an outlet back there and right back, staying ready. Both of the setters for the Jayhawks are extremely skilled. When you look at Cameron Turner and also Katie Dalton and their skill sets and their versatility, just skilled all around volleyball players.
Turner kept that one alive. Great save from Reagan Burns. Cameron Turner again with the right-handed stab.
That's a winner.
McKenna Rook.
I have a feeling we're going to say her name quite a bit in this match.
She pointed right at it, didn't she?
Well, she knew that was in. 2 kills now for her, 2 blocks as well for the senior, but she has another year, so I wouldn't be surprised seeing her back into the lineup next year for the Mavericks.
Molly Schultz checks into the lineup with an ace.
Well, has been utilized in her career as a libero, defensive specialist. This year more as a serving specialist. And she does just that, gets an ace on the board. First ace in the ballgame for either team.
Kansas the first to 20. Timeout Omaha. You knew Kansas would be up for this. Obviously, the NCAA tournament, but hosting the hometown crowd. There was such excitement when Kansas was announced as a host. Fans jumping behind them as they have all year long, really, in Horish, but just a little extra juice in the building.
Juice. Yeah. Well, essentially, you know, the non-conference that you end that chapter, the conference season you end that chapter. It's everybody 0-0 to come tournament time, and so this is a brand new season, if you will, part of your season, and it's, you know, you lose, you go home at this point. And so what you did before you just set you up for seeding. And here we are. And Kansas did enough to get to be able to seed. Omaha, doesn't matter they went 0-9 to start the season. They did enough to get into the tournament. They won their conference tournament championship.
Here's the bracket. Penn State prevailing over Yale in 4 sets. They have moved on to the second round. Awaiting the winner of Omaha and Kansas. We'll have it for you on Friday night. 5:30 here on ESPN+. Yale put up a great fight against Penn State and looked like they had the tide turned, but Penn State is awfully strong.
And you go back to that third set, it was 22-all in that third set. Either team could have won that. Well, Penn State, they picked up their level of play, ended that on a 3-0 run, and then really ran away with it in set number 4. So Penn State prevails, but what a battle from Yale, who won the Ivy League. They were undefeated, a very quality opponent. The Bulldogs with a tremendous season.
Penn State getting a little something to eat after that hard-fought match. And looking at tomorrow night's opponent. Who will it be? Good save from El Nadi.
Just another misconnection in the middle for the Jayhawks, and what a put away.
Juergensmeyer. Just too strong for Molly Schultz. Reagan Cooper. Luke was on the floor. Long that time from Hart. Hart and Huss, both freshmen on the floor. Turner with the left-handed serve. Reagan Burns. Cooper, long.
And neither team hitting at a high efficiency right now. Kansas or Omaha. Both teams trying to work to find their footing in set number one.
Reagan Cooper. Good effort from Fava, but it goes wide.
Well, that was the response after that miscue from Cooper. She's going to check out, but what a season she has had for the Jayhawks. You can just tell, enjoying her last year. Almost didn't play this final season. Big reason why, though. Michaela Myers, her best friend, talked her into joining her in Lawrence.
Amanda Hart.
So running the 6-2 system, the Mavericks have 3 live arms at all times for them. So it's
London Davis.
and it just gets enough of the hands. And we talked about Cameron Turner in the open, and she's moving the ball all around, getting a multitude of players involved, spreading the ball around pretty evenly for the Jayhawks.
Burns got a hand on that one. Cameron Turner on the floor. Elnady tips it. Great effort. Luke there with a dive for Omaha.
Oh, Cameron Turner continuing to dig balls. The setter for the Jayhawks. 6 digs already in set number 1.
Set point now for Kansas. McKenna Rook saves one of those set points.
Yeah, and I think you got to get the ball to McKenna Rook any possible chance you can. Crafty. I mean, it just having that ability to go either corner for her and looking so smooth while she does it.
Turner to Elnady. On a banjo. Turns it back, and it's Kansas, the winner in the opening set. 25-16. Impressive showing from the hometown team here in Lawrence. The Kansas Jayhawks with a 25-16 win in the opening set. Lee Fleisig, Jill Dorsey Hall with you from Lawrence, Kansas. Kansas really riding the wave of emotion from this crowd and off to a good start.
Yes, some extra juice in the building because of tournament time, and they certainly use that to their advantage right out the gate. Aya Elnady putting the ball away. She had a fast start for the Jayhawks. Michaela Myers getting involved as well as a multitude of players. Cameron Turner really spreading the ball around. And then some all-out effort. Cameron Turner leading the way defensively with 6 digs in set number 1. Omaha started to find their way midway through, and certainly a team that's not going to back away at all from the challenge. And I think that they started to steady the ship a little bit. Reagan Cooper putting the ball away, and it was also 5 blocks for the Jayhawks that really sealed the deal, and that was the final one there from Anna Banjo to lead to that Jayhawk victory, 25-16 after the first.
You said it, neither team really hitting at a really high clip. But Kansas prevailing, 5 blocks for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, whenever you're going to hold a team to negative, probably good things are going to happen, and Kansas able to do so, but only hitting 121. 17 digs, so if they weren't blocking a ball, they were also gobbling it up on the back row. Cameron Turner, big reason why. But again, a team in Omaha who has continued to get punched and knocked down, you know that they're going to come back.
Rocky gets up a few times in that one,
He gets up
doesn't he?
a few times, indeed. But Cameron Turner, the Big 12 setter of the year, had dreamed of playing at Kansas.
Where they say, you know, picture it, dream it. She literally
Drew
pictured it,
out.
right?
Yeah, a great story from Matt Tate earlier this year. I talked about that. And also the steadiness of Reagan Burns, the true freshman, wearing that libero jersey all season long for Kansas. Talk about the success of the Jayhawks and a lot to do with their first contact.
Caroline Bien puts it in play, set number 2 underway. Redirected there by Hart.
And Hart has exactly that opening. Double block up, left back not pulling through to get that. Good vision from her on the right side.
Turner out to Elnady. The ball's down.
Well, Caroline Bien took a really difficult serve and handled that. And Elnady, as hot as she was to start set 2, she balls it up in set number 1 as she does so in set number 2.
McKenna Rook continues to swing away, earns that point for Omaha.
Just a fast response from McKenna Rook. I remember her from a season ago, don't you, partner?
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
And I mean, just such a strong player in the middle, but just looks so steady too. Like you could almost tell that she's very comfortable.
Katie Dalton puts it in play.
Well, that combination play works well for the Mavericks. I had Rook running that gap, and then Fairbanks on that quick tempo ball to the outside beats the block.
Right behind her. Fairbanks from nearby Lansing, Kansas. Low hard serve. Bien there for Kansas. Off the block of Elnady. Jurgensmeyer.
And a fast start for Omaha in set number 2. Completely wiped away that set number 1, and you can see the response for them early going in set number 2. Serving aggressive.
Elnady, long. Fairbanks serves just long. Reagan Burns tried to save it, but too strong. Shayla McCormick.
Well, Shayla McCormick gets on the board, her first kill of the match.
First team All-Summit League.
Yeah, utilizing deep into the floor. A smart shot from her to go deep cross court. not trying to go into the hands. Kansas had 5 blocks in that first set, but has yet to register one in this second set.
Reagan Cooper puts it down. And Ray Bouchard say that Kelsey Payne, who has her number hung out here inside Horish, could almost get a kill whenever she wanted to, and Reagan Cooper is kind of approaching that for Kansas.
And certainly has the right mindset for it. I've enjoyed chatting with her after matches and just how she approaches the game. So steady, but really strong mindset.
Long from McCormick.
And Kelsey Payne, along with Anisia Havili, 2 of the greats who led the Jayhawks to the Final Four. I'm going to call it the Final Four. I know.
Absolutely. Those 2 will spoil you. Havili to Payne, we called that a time or 2.
We call that so much. Led the team to a Big 12 championship as well in their time, and rightfully so, hanging in the banners of Horish.
Cooper. Great save, I think it was Fairbanks. Cooper again. Score for Amanda Hart.
Some defense on the back row. That's Rachel Fairbanks. I'm going to give love to the defense any chance I can, because she just made some plays on the back row, diving to her right. The Mavericks now up by 3.
Cameron Turner with a question for the official. Reporting back to her head coach. Luke puts it in play. Dalton had to dive to get it. Great effort from Dalton. Turner to Cooper. Fava was there. Cooper again. Block. Emily Huss.
The Mavericks rolling now. A huge block. That closes the door. The 3rd team block now for the Mavericks. And Cooper challenging that angle, but that's 6-5.
Turner to Cooper, pounds it down.
So what do? You go out, you bring her in a little bit to a different zone. So great play call from Cameron Turner to just switch it up and allow her that sharp angle to work with, and she just bounced the ball in front of the 10-foot line.
Overpass. Making an ace for Cameron Turner.
We'll add that to her stat line. 11 aces, 7 digs, now 1 service ace for Cameron Turner.
Ace, back-to-back for Cameron Turner.
So it's a varying up of short, deep. That time goes deep corner, cross court. Off the lefty's hand.
Reagan burns there, but wide. Big swing from Shayla McCormick. That's been an effective look for Omaha.
It's a fast tempo to the outside. Reagan Burns in the right position, just couldn't take enough off of it to keep it on her side of the floor.
Lava on the floor. Alnati for Kansas. London Davis. Back to Davis. Well, Cameron Turner just has a feel, doesn't she?
Yeah, a feel for what's going to be open and the flow of where the block is trying to set up. Everybody expecting that ball to go to the outside where Reagan Cooper was, but against the grain, against the flow, back to London Davis a pair of times, and that was a well-earned point because that was a battle, a high-level volleyball on that play.
Big swing from Rachel Fairbanks.
And what a great story for Rachel Fairbanks. They had trained her to play that libero spot, but the veteran player needing her on that outside, changing.
We've seen her defense.
Great defense. Hailing from Lansing, Kansas, not too far away from Lawrence.
Summit League all-tourney team. London Davis powers away. Kansas within one.
Well, London Davis has had matches for the Jayhawks throughout this year that she's completely taken over. That X factor on the right side, starting to heat up.
Quick ball to Rook. Rook had 15 kills, 14 blocks against Kansas City in that Summit League final.
Set a program record with those 14 blocks, and her team down 2-0 in a reverse sweep. Well, smart play from McKenna Rook to get her hand on that to keep the ball alive.
El Nadi. Nice picket from McCormick at Point, Kansas.
The Jayhawks having to work much harder in this second set. Omaha is absolutely battling that pickup there. Just couldn't run through and get that second contact. But you're seeing a lot of positive touches on the back row from Omaha in set number 2.
On a banjo.
And perhaps a connection that wasn't quite there in set number 1, but continuing to stick with it between Turner and on a banjo, and now a 3-0 scoring run for the Jayhawks.
Kansas with the lead now in the second. Too strong for Bien. Jurgensmeyer. Her third kill.
Well, similar for London Davis for the Jayhawks. Jurgensmeyer has been great on that right side because that just spreads out the block so much. It makes it difficult for the middle blocker to have to work pin to pin, not knowing where that ball is going to go.
On a banjo at the tip. That ball's still up. Fava on the floor. On a banjo again. Cameron Turner with just the quick look over his shoulder.
And looking in complete control. Look at that check of the shoulder that she had to just sense the block. We've seen some fine setters in this pod, haven't we? I mean, it's been a treat. Nice little UNO chant from the crowd. Omaha has traveled well and definitely supporting their team.
Timeout on the floor. Kansas leads at 15-13 here in the second set from Lawrence here on ESPN+. Standing room only here inside Horish Family Volleyball Arena. Hometown Jayhawks took set number 1. They lead here in number 2. It's been a good match.
Some extra juice in this building. This crowd has showed up all season long for the Jayhawks, the home team. 14 straight here in Horish. It's been back in late August since Kansas lost, and that was a 5-set heartbreaker, 17-15 to Purdue.
With a chance in that one too, right?
They had a chance, absolutely.
El Nadi just long.
And El Nadi, we usually see with a little bit more aggressiveness, pace on her serve, deciding to take a bit off of it. It didn't miss by much, maybe a couple inches.
Back to Kansas.
And contrastingly, I talked to Coach Buttermore, and he said, "Listen, we're gonna serve aggressive," and you're starting to see that all over the country. I know fans sometimes are like, "Oh my gosh," but you have to put pressure on a team, especially like Kansas, that has been so efficient offensively. You've got to try to limit one of their options, because if they're in system, they've proved that they can certainly put a ball away.
Cooper. Katie Dalton. Nadi unable to save it. Point Omaha.
We give Emily Huss credit at the net, because she has slowed down a couple of Reagan Cooper's shots with her length, and we've seen Cooper have the advantage in a lot of matchups because of her contact point, but at 6'5", Huss is really disrupting that.
Now back to Cameron Turner for Kansas. Turner quickly to Michaela Myers, but turned back. Emily Huss.
Emily Huss once again. Those are her blocking duties, staying in on that middle.
6'5". She's a force. Cooper. I feel like Reagan Cooper just kind of changed her angle a little bit, didn't she?
And she's like, I'm not going to go right into 6'5", so she shades it a little bit more towards the line to find success. Just to the right side of middle back. A pretty loud chant of UNO happening in the building.
Reagan Burns with a nice dig. London Davis. Kansas keeps it alive. Bien on the floor for the Jayhawks. Point's going to go to Kansas. Lift ball on the Omaha side.
Well, the freshman sitting in and digging a ball for the Jayhawks, continuing to play up, and they actually called it a lift on that attempt for Omaha. So point goes to the Jayhawks. That's a tough call.
Swing from Fairbanks is long.
And I think yeah, good point for a timeout here, and we're going to have one on the floor. Just see the smiles, though. I mean, just enjoying this moment. First NCAA tournament appearance. I've been there. I get it. It's a great experience, and why not go all out and have fun? Look at McKenna Rook talking to Rachel Fairbanks. Well, it's a 3-0 scoring run for the Jayhawks, so understandably a timeout for Coach Buttermore just to break the momentum.
A lot of Omaha fans making the drive down, just 3 hours or so probably from Omaha to Lawrence, Kansas.
Some great signs as well. What a wonderful picture of the team.
Summit League champs. They punched their ticket by winning the Summit League tournament.
Right.
So the drama of waiting for your name to be called maybe wasn't there, but the excitement certainly is, right?
The excitement, yeah. I mean, you are so hard, and what a season of ups and downs. Getting knocked down 0-9, and then to be able to respond back. It says a lot about the culture and the team and the program that they have built there in Omaha, just to never give up, because it doesn't matter. You're going 0-9, you're not winning. Coach Buttermore said, he was like, we were making progress, and we took on a really hefty schedule, taking on A&M, Kansas, Nebraska, Kansas State, and when they open up their stadium there in the stadium in Manhattan, Long Beach State, Creighton, Iowa State, at Northern Iowa, Wichita State. I mean, that was a really tough stretch.
Scored for Rachel Fairbanks. I'm sure it's tough in the moment to think that that's going to prepare you for this moment for the postseason, but it works.
It played out exactly that, right? I mean, going down 2-0 in that championship match, saying, hey, it's not over. We still have volleyball to play, and here they are.
Turner back to El Nadi.
An opportunity here, and that time not called. Almost to the same shot that got called for a lift earlier, and that one a winner from Hart. An aggressive serve worked out to Omaha's advantage. Kansas just limited to one option. They're trying to serve Aya El Nadi, who's a live attacker.
Now to El Nadi.
But the ball served over to Reagan Burns, the freshman, able to pass a dime.
El Nadi with 7 kills. Point's going to go to Kansas. Little contact called. We saw that about 3 times in the opening match with Penn State and Yale.
And you see the rotation on that. Didn't come out cleanly.
Timeout, Omaha. As Kansas now 3 points away from taking the second set. Aya El Nadi, first team Big 12. Has really been sensational all year, but this last third of the season has really been good.
I mean, you think of those 2 critical matches when Kansas was trying to make a push to host Aya El Nadi on the road at Iowa State. Reagan Cooper wasn't available, but it was her carrying her team on her back to win in 5 sets to respond after they had dropped the first match the night before. And she came up huge, just like she has done all season long. And she has the versatility, the outside. Maybe you'd say she's undersized a little bit, but if she's undersized, she makes up for it with her variety of shots and also the velocity that she has. The 6 rotation players filling up the stat sheet, 7 kills, 5 digs, 1 block. Aya El Nadi has been so strong, and she's battled injuries. She missed the season here with a back injury. Far, far away from home, from Cairo, Egypt. A tremendous student as well. But at 5'10", she uses all of her height and a ton of heart.
Reagan Burns will serve it up for Kansas.
She reminds me a little bit.
Rookie team of the Big 12.
I had a teammate, Sarah Rowan, was about 5'10", but she just played. I mean, 6 rotation, could do every skill extremely well.
On a banjo, turns it back. Kansas to 23.
Well, the first block for Kansas in this second set, and diving in to that angle is on a banjo. A 3-0 scoring run to get some separation now in set 2.
Bien digs it for Kansas. McKenna Rook.
So McKenna Rook gets blocked going thumb down sharp. So she's like, all right, well, I'll just go at the other angle at you. If you're going to dive into that angle, I'm going to just cut back.
London Davis winds up, puts it away. Set points now for Kansas. Dalton there for KU. On a banjo. And that'll do it. 25-19 here in the second. The hometown Kansas Jayhawks with a 2-0 lead over Omaha. Opening round of the NCAA Volleyball Championship. We can score a win for Omaha here in the
the
musical chairs.
The all-out effort.
Getting booed by the Jayhawk crowd.
Booed.
Kansas with a 2-0 lead over Omaha. Lee Fleisig, Jill Dorsey Hall with you. Kansas has looked pretty impressive here in the first 2 sets. What have you seen so far?
I think a little bit better performance in set number 1, much cleaner. Not necessarily the hitting efficiency that we were used to from Kansas, but they did enough in that second set too, increasing their level of play later in set number 2. But Omaha definitely fought back as they were in that second set, a combination play, trying to spread the ball around, running that 6-2 system, so always 3 lively arms, and Emily Huss at the plane of the net, shutting the Jayhawks down a time or 2, but Reagan Cooper responding right back, and Aya El-Nadi leading the way for the Jayhawks and all players in this match. And then to shut the doors on a banjo on the slide to finish and close out set number 2.
Take a look at the numbers through 2 sets. Both teams under 200 in hitting percentage. Kansas with the 3 aces and 6 blocks.
Really strong ratio though from ace to air for Kansas with 3 aces, just 4 airs. Omaha, though, you see those errors with 9, but they have gotten Kansas, and you saw that why they jumped out to an early lead in set number 2 is because they were getting Kansas a bit out of system. And Omaha was able to do it in the Summit League Championship, down 2-0, reverse sweep, and that's what they're looking, and that's what they have ahead if they want to come out victorious here.
The winner here will meet Penn State in the second round tomorrow night. Penn State with a battle against Yale, winning in 4 sets.
And when it was all tied up 1 set apiece, in that third set, it was Penn State to close the door. It was 22-all. They went on a 3-0 scoring run to win set number 3, and then they rolled in set number 4. But it was a battle. The Yale Bulldogs brought it. The block, one of the best blocking teams in the country, 4th in the country in blocks, and Jess Merzick was as good as advertised. A first-team All-Big Ten performer. And then Holland to finish it off, the Nittany Lions. And also some Jayhawk football stars in attendance.
I'll tell you what, they're making, even these guys knew it was a hot ticket, right? They had to get here early.
They had to get here early and get a seat. And Kenny Logan, what a great career he had, and what a true Jayhawk.
Doing selfies. There's the pre-match ritual is a picture with Jill Dorsey Hall before every match.
Well, he was
nice
right
enough
there.
To be part of it.
He was so nice. Yeah. I'm like, let's get Kenny in the photo.
We've had the who's who of athletics and
come join our picture
culture.
Next time. Whoever's out there,
hello.
yeah, come by and say hello.
Bill Self sat down into the set with you earlier this year.
He did. The tournament pictures just feel a little bit different, though.
It does. She'll post that on her social media, so you check out that gallery.
Only one take. We can never take another.
Take.
That's our rule.
All right, teams of flip sides. Omaha will be on the right. Erica Fava will serve it up. Omaha down 2-0. They have another comeback. El-Nadi into the rafters, still in play. London Davis turned back. A lot of Rachel Fairbanks there.
Well, the block started to come alive for the Mavericks in set number 2 and continuing on that streak. Not allowing the separation. On the 5th team block.
And an ace.
Yeah, with an ace. And just like that, that aggressiveness from the service line pays off. And you see that the ball right into the seam. I think seems left there, but maybe a breakdown in communication on the back row.
Michaela Myers with kind of a sky hook.
And I think Omaha is saying, hey, if you're going to call.
We saw that earlier.
Yeah, we saw that earlier. You're going to call it. You have to call that one. And the rule, they're trying to be more stringent on that this season. If it's coming from behind your head and you have an open hand and you look like it's like a throw, they're going to call it. And we've seen that throughout the season.
Just past the diving Bien. Amanda Hart.
Amanda Hart having success. You can see right in between the two merging defenders, shading that ball more towards the line, but a deep shot to find the winner.
Bien with a dive, unable to save it.
What a fast
but how
start.
about the swing? Yeah. Fairbanks really reaching back for that one. Omaha up 4-1.
I mean, I think if you're Omaha, you're comfortable. You're like, yeah, we've done it before. We just did it. We're coming off a match where we went down 2-0.
Omaha asking for a touch. One called. Ray Bouchard is up off the bench. He didn't see it that way. He's got the card in hand.
I think he's got to talk to his player and like, did you actually touch that? Is there? And Anna Banjo says no, and so I think we are going to get a challenge. And he asked her once again, did you touch that? So a fast start for Omaha at this point stands here up by 3.
Well, that last look we had from behind, it looked like it was wide of her hands. So I'll throw the challenge flag down for you. What do you see here?
I'm going to call this one.
Yeah.
I see no touch.
Can you overturn it?
I don't know if I can overturn it, though. It'd have to be this angle here.
A Rock Chalk video crew with 3 good looks at it.
What do you got, partner? We're gonna.
I don't think there's a touch there, but I don't know that it gets overturned.
I think that's the best look right there.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to say it gets overturned.
Yeah. Oh!
There you go.
As it's called.
Bien lays out. Turner punches it across with the left hand.
And the strong hand from Cameron Turner. This ball laid up there right on the top of the net.
Even at 4, Dalton off the tape. Boy, Fairbanks can really rear back, can't she?
And she comes in a bit and swings across her body, shading it towards the line, and she's going after the hands of Cameron Turner, the smaller of the 2 blockers for Kansas.
On a banjo. Fava covers. El Nadi. Touch called. Anna Banjo says nobody touched it. Ray Bouchard challenge again. He is.
Oh, a couple early breaks in the action here in set number 3.
I love Ray Bouchard, and I love that he asked his player, did you touch?
Did you?
Did you? almost with that. You better not have my challenges.
Oh, is it El Nadi's left hand?
See, I think it's over El Nadi's hand. And
I think it's
maybe.
her left hand,
maybe.
like the ring or the middle finger.
Maybe. I don't know if Kansas is going to be successful on this one.
Yeah, I think this is going to stand point Omaha. A little break in the action, and Omaha came out hot in set number 3. 4:29 already in set 3. 4 kills, just 1 error. And the multitude of signs that we've seen from this Omaha fan group has been really entertaining.
The excitement of making your first tournament.
I mean, they're always going to be forever in the record books.
Right.
You know, the first team ever. I'm not sure if I see enough to overturn.
It would be hard to overturn that, I would think.
We've seen Coach Bouchard with some great challenges throughout the year, haven't we?
Point's going to stay with Omaha. I think Ray Bouchard is asking whom the touch was called on. It's going to be point Omaha with Rachel Fairbanks to serve. El Nadi. Bien ducked out of the way, but it's point Omaha as that ball's down.
And I think Caroline Bien thinking that she was deep enough in the floor to let that one go long, but indeed finds the back of the court in Omaha in a 3-0 scoring round to get some separation.
Chance for the Mavericks. Jurgensmeyer.
Yeah, make it a 4-0 scoring run, and a fast swing before the block can get pressed over.
We'll take a break. Omaha leading here in the third. Making a comeback as Kansas leads 2-0. Omaha leading here in the third set over Kansas. JDH, how have the Mavericks been able to do it?
Well, I think they really forgot about the first 2 sets, similar to they did in the Summit League Championship, and said, hey, let's go out there and let's make the smart shot, moving the ball around, getting a multitude of players and hitting deep into the floor, not trying to challenge right into the Kansas block. Also, I thought they've done some nice job trying to disrupt the service reception core for Kansas, going after it. That one just gets away from Rachel Fairbanks, but definitely putting some pace on the ball from the service line. That'll end a 4-0 scoring run.
Kansas still trailing by 3 here in the third. Turner. Grafu was there. El Nadi with a dig. Jurgensmeyer raises her hand in triumph.
And Jurgensmeyer starting to heat up in set 3. Feeling it on that right side. 6 kills to lead the way you have 3 Mavericks attackers, all with 6 kills, so some versatility.
Kennedy Shecker in the Omaha lineup to serve.
And also when you look at the set distribution, it's pretty evenly spread around to the side of Omaha, so definitely don't rely on one attacker.
Cooper, 7 kills. Unanimous all Big 12. I don't know if you can get coaches to agree on much, but when they vote you unanimous,
you know it's a big deal.
Ivy Luke with an ace. Omaha by 5.
And the second ace. That going right in between the 2 players in service reception, right into the seam.
Tight to the net. Emily Huss sends it down. And now a timeout for Kansas. And the Omaha fans here in Lawrence making some noise.
Yeah, and contrastingly very quiet for the fans of the Jayhawks, as Omaha has came out extremely hot. Another 3-0 scoring run for them, and they're looking extremely comfortable. 5:38 in set number 3, doing what they want offensively and also serving the ball, and so they're disrupting the offensive flow for Kansas.
Omaha out hitting Kansas here in this 3rd set. But the comeback is nothing new for this Omaha squad.
Nothing new. Down 2-0 against Kansas City in that Summit League championship, and they came roaring back to win that in 5 sets, a reverse sweep. And it's been a lot from the service line. You can see this aggressive serve right in between the 2 merging players for Kansas. And then this one doesn't go down as an ace, but an overpass that's easy working there for Emily Huss at 6'5", towering over to put the ball away.
Kansas took the first 2 sets, 25-16, 25-19. Ivy Luke with a pair of good serves. Just giving her team a 6-point advantage here in the 3rd.
Ivy Luke to serve.
As a touch.
It was a Kansas
Indeed.
touch, yes. Shayla McCormick.
And Omaha's able to manage Reagan Cooper with her length because Emily Huss is up there at 6'5", slowing the ball down. And then what a wise shot from Shayla McCormick.
El Nadi just lets that one go long. But a good run for Omaha.
A great run and getting some separation here, putting a ton of pressure on the Jayhawks. Omaha looking extremely comfortable.
Turner serves again. That ball's down. Ace for Cameron Turner.
Oh, she really does it all for the Jayhawks, and that ball just when you hit a, what is it? You're a golfer, partner. You sit ball, right? Like
sit. Reagan Cooper right down the line. And here comes Kansas. Now Matt Buttermore wants a timeout. The Jayhawks able to answer and pull within 3.
A strong rotation for the Jayhawks with Cameron Turner at the service line. And it was a smart adjustment from Reagan Cooper. She hasn't had success going into the angle because Emily Huss at 6'5" is slowing them down. So what does she do? She goes over the top towards the line to find the winner. I think if you're Omaha, though, it's like, hey, we're right there. We're up by 3. We still have the lead, just one side out, one at a time.
I always think of the Comets coach. Kansas City had an indoor soccer team. Rick Benben was the head coach, and he called them around for a timeout. The cameras were in there tight and said, hey, we're still winning the game. Or words to that effect. And I always think about that during a timeout, you know, when Omaha with a 3-point advantage here in this third set. You think that's the message from Matt Buttermore here?
And I think, you know, Matt Buttermore is just, I think, has enjoyed this team and the culture and their response throughout. So he's thinking, hey, we just got knocked down, 2 sets down, but we're up here in set number 3. We got to keep punching. I really appreciate it. He talks about every week they meet to talk about their values and they grade them. So for example, they talked about their accountability and say, hey, where are we at? Are we at 65%? How do we get to 70? Or where are we at? And I just really appreciate that. And he said, we really relied. When we go, you lose 9 matches in a row, you rely on the values and the program values that you have and the communication. And for his team to stick with it says so much about what he's built there.
One of the great stories of the tournament. London Davis leans into it. Fava with the save. Davis with a block. Somebody was in the net. Point Kansas.
Yeah, the follow through from Emily Huss in the middle, and she's had a really strong presence at the net, though. Is completely disrupted a lot of what Kansas wants to do offensively.
That's just a freshman. What a great experience in her first year. McCormick serves. Cooper. Huss. London Davis with a nice job to save it after the dig from El Nadi. Amanda Hart. Or Hart, excuse me. McCormick's serve is an ace. Ray Bouchard contemplating a challenge. I think I saw his assistant Billy Ebel shake his head no.
Yeah, that ball's in.
Cooper. Off the hands, point Kansas.
Well, what a response from Omaha. After Kansas had a 5-0 scoring run, they come right back with a 3-0 scoring run. So right when it had gotten close, Omaha pushes the lead back out.
Fairbanks' swing is long.
They have the opening that they want. They have that one-on-one. Just couldn't quite snap that one to find the back of the floor.
Bien with a good serve. And Kansas within 2. Through the block, it's Rachel Fairbanks. Half dozen kills now.
And that kill from Fairbanks will end a 3-0 scoring run. So both these teams just trading points in groups now. And so we'll see if Omaha can respond and string a couple points together.
Back to Kansas. That ball made it over. Kansas signaling right away. Jayhawks within 1.
And no argument, I don't think, from McKenna Rook on that one.
Misfire from Hart. And now we're even at 17. That gets the crowd back into it. Timeout, Omaha.
The crowd was really lively in set number 1, and that's the loudest that we've heard this crowd since then.
Pretty good comeback for Kansas here in this third set.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just little by little and putting some pressure, you know, on Omaha. A couple miscues, though, that Omaha surely would like to have back. But that's what good teams do. They put pressure on their opponents. We saw Penn State able to do that just enough, right? But Kansas doing just that. And now we have a really interesting third set as we're looking to close this one. Kansas looking to close this one out, but Omaha trying to push this one to see another set.
KU Pep Band has been part of the atmosphere here inside Horish all season long.
Get another 3-0 scoring run for Kansas to tie this one up after Omaha has had control much of this third set.
Matt Buttermore in his 5th season, bringing Omaha to the tournament. Fans of all ages have enjoyed this season inside Horish. It's been a special year. Ray Bouchard, I think, kind of the same mentality of Bill Self. It's been a good year, a great year, but to make it a special year,
yeah,
you really need to do something in the tournament.
Make some noise in the tournament. And certainly Kansas put themselves in a good position by hosting the first 2 rounds.
Fairbanks had to reach back for that one. Now Kansas with the lead.
And a couple of miscues as of late for the Mavericks have the Jayhawks now up by 1, coming all the way back.
That'll go down as an ace. Reagan Burns.
I don't know if the play of Reagan Burns has been talked enough about this season and how much she's added to this team and her consistency and her level of play throughout the entire season as a true freshman wearing that libero jersey.
That's going to be full contacts on the Omaha side. Some great liberos in this Big 12 conference. She made the all-rookie team, but certainly one of the outstanding liberos in the Big 12. Omaha's going to challenge here. Maybe just a chance to get a break in the action as well for Matt Buttermore.
Well, all it takes is a little bit of a touch at the plane of the net. Oh, yeah. I think that one's going to be a replay. I thought I saw the ball touch London Davis's arm. Partner, what do you got?
Boy, that's a tough one.
I know we got to start over tonight. I don't even think our record's that good on challenges, is it? Yeah, I think it rolled up her forearm.
We can't get a better look than that from our Rock Chalk video crew right down the net. Where do we stand? We've been 750 so far. Where are we at?
I don't know if we're batting that good.
They sent me down to AA here pretty quick. Boy, I don't know. Live, I did not think that.
Oh yeah, it went off her forearm right
there.
there.
You can see her. Yeah, you can see the.
That's a great
you can see the sleeve on her left arm. Or maybe it's the right. Yeah, move a little bit. Yep. All right, that's what we see. Does it get overturned?
It gets overturned.
All right.
Final
call.
Final answer. How great is the poster up in the stands, though, Matt Buttermore, with the challenge, with his face on it. That is phenomenal. Well done, Omaha fans.
The green card.
That's fantastic.
He's not looking at the card, by the way.
A long look at this one here. We've got a couple beacon actions.
Uh-huh.
I think I got a good look at Mrs. Lysick up there.
She'll let you know.
Yeah, replay. That's a great. That's the right call.
Hawkeye JDH saw it. We'll do it again. Good challenge from the Omaha side. And it pays off. So instead of 2017, 1918 now. Tukuafu to serve. El Nadi takes it. Back to El Nadi. I think that was Rook.
I think Jurgensmeyer as well, pairing up. Yeah, no seam at all for El Nadi to attack.
19 all. Back to El Nadi. Reagan Burns. Great effort from El Nadi, but Omaha scratches ahead.
And the fight, and El Nadi running out of real estate on the sideline. And now the Mavericks up by one, trying to push this and extend this match.
Lennon Davis finds the court, 20 all.
Well, that closes the door to a 3-0 scoring run, and this could not quite run through on the back row off of, it was a positive touch.
Katie Dalton. Bien with the dig. Out to El Nadi. Dalton with the diving save. Point's going to go to Omaha.
Yeah, net violation on Onabanjo. Oh, McKenna Rook, so fast off of her feet, and just the awareness here that she has to touch that and then quick right back down. Now a 2-point lead for Omaha. I think we're gonna get it a changeup on the side of the Jayhawks with Cameron Turner.
Swanson.
Yeah, Ryan Swanson checking in to attack, and then Katie Dalton running the setting duties for the Jayhawks.
McKenna Rook with 7 kills. Fairbanks serves. Alnati. Kansas let that one go long from McCormick. Cameron Turner back in the match now.
Well, Omaha had jumped out to a 12-6 lead in this set, trying to hold on to it.
Cameron Turner's going to take a swing. How about that from the center of the air?
What can Cameron Turner do, truly? I mean, just the awareness to make that play defensively. And then Katie Dalton said, here you go, I'll give it right back to you. That's the Big 12 setter of the year coming up with the kill.
I think we have a challenge. Matt Buttermore has pulled the card.
Oh, if anything, it's a break in the momentum because this place is getting loud. And Kansas was feeling that momentum off of that kill from Cameron Turner. But I think the question here is, was there a player in the net? I think it was the hair of Anna Banjo, and that does not count for a net violation. The movement was because of her hair, not because of her shoulder or body, and that was a quick call there. But I could see where Coach Buttermore saw that because the net was moving.
Absolutely, and as good as a timeout too. So 22 all, El Nadi to serve.
And this is what it's all about, tournament time. What team is going to make the play? We saw this Yale versus Penn State, 22 all.
Cameron Turner, big part of that block.
Back to back, huge plays from Cameron Turner. The kill follows that right back up with a block.
Kansas up by 1. Pounded down.
McKenna Rook has a lot to say about that. Well, a tremendous ball. Right up to her from service, reception, in system, all 3 options available. And a thunderous kill from McKenna Rook.
Cooper. Great dig from Fairbanks. Cooper again. Block. Omaha with a set point.
Well, it was the dig to keep that rally alive. Omaha 6 with it, and then the block, no seam at all. You don't go at Huss, and you can't certainly go back into Jurgensmeyer because she closes the door.
That set point goes long, even at 24. Molly Schultz in the match now for Kansas.
Well, both teams opting to go with a serving specialist. That's
Reagan
up.
Cooper was there for Kansas. Great job from Omaha. Cooper. That ball's,
Oh, that ball's up.
I think Fairbanks got under it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That ball's up. Oh.
Well, boy, live, it sure looked like she got her hand there, but it may have been
Went
wide
to
of
the
her
side of her hand, right?
It may have been wide.
Was it to the right of her hand?
Yeah, so but the way that ball bounces, watch how it bounces as we're looking at it to the right. Like that gets a piece of her hand that sends it to the right. Back and to the right.
I think that ball's up.
I thought live it certainly was.
I think it's up. Yep. Wow, what a play. Oh, you can see why they wanted to move her to libero, right? I mean, just the plays that she's made on the back row defensively.
I think she's showing you where she got it, too.
So that would be a replay then. All right, partner, you're going.
Well, live, I thought she got her hand under it.
Is there enough to overturn it?
That's always the question. I think the way that the ball reacted would show you that it at least got a part of her hand. I think you got to replay it.
Tremendous battle and fight that Omaha has shown all season long, and you got to give them a ton of credit. The loudest rock chalk Jayhawk chant that we've heard tonight. Wow. And you know, it'll be interesting to talk to Rachel Fairbanks after the match and say, hey, did you actually get that one up? I thought she had a hand under that. That's tough.
Just based on the way the ball reacted, that it would show that her hand was under the ball.
It. Yeah,
but
that's tough.
It's going to be match points now for Kansas. Omaha saves one.
So much credit to Juergensmeyer. I mean, just with blocking, with her attacking. With tremendous 3 rotations for her. An opportunity here for Omaha.
It's going to go to Kansas. That ball's off Omaha, so second match point now for Kansas. Turner serves.
Yeah, point to Omaha.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
That has to be point to Omaha.
Yeah.
It went off the antenna block. Yeah, I think this is going to be Omaha's point. Yes, indeed.
Gotta be, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the right call.
Okay. It was off Kansas,
off
right?
The block.
And then off the block
yeah.
and the antenna. So 2 match points saved, and we're even at 26.
Well, the fans are on their feet, and how about Omaha saving off just like they have all season, right? I mean, just when they look down and out.
Rocky's getting back up.
Rocky is continuing to fight.
Shayla McCormick with the serve. Cooper. Match point again for Kansas. Caroline Bien with the ball. Overpass. Turner wants London Davis. tight to the net. Point's going to be Kansas. The Jayhawks are moving on to the second round.
Well, tip of the cap to the Omaha Mavericks. Their first NCAA tournament, and they gave all Kansas could handle there in that set 3.
Great fight from the Omaha Mavericks. Salute to them in their fine season. It'll be Kansas and Penn State in the second round here on Friday night. Take a look at the bracket as Penn State moved through to the second round with a win over Yale, and Kansas with a sweep over Omaha. Moving on.
And we're going to be joined here by junior setter Cameron Turner, the Big 12 setter of the year. First, I have to start there, Cameron. I know it was a dream for you to play here at the University of Kansas, but tell me what was going through your mind when you were awarded that Big 12 setter of the year this year.
Oh my goodness, you just see like Havili do it, and it's like I wanted to be like her. It's just like my dreams are coming true, truly, but that has everything to do with my team giving me the ball. Cooper and all the other hitters put it away and make me look good.
Tonight came out with a clean sweep, but really got pushed there in set number 3. A big swing though from you, and then a block to get that. What was going through your mind specifically on that play, where you had to play that with your first contact? Did you talk to Katie? But take me through that play.
We practice a lot, kind of that 6-2 where she sets and I hit. So Coach B, of course, Big 12 Coach of the Year, had us prepared for that moment.
A nice little drop there for your head coach. Well, you win your first round, but now you have to quickly adjust and to Penn State. What are you thinking about going into that second round matchup against the Nittany Lions?
I think kind of just like this game, we have to stay calm the whole entire time, no matter what's going on, because there is going to be ebb and flow. They're a good team, but we're also a good team, so playing with some competitive confidence.
Well, Cam, I want to congratulate you. It's been so fun to watch your journey. Big 12 setter of the year. Enjoy this one tonight on a quick return to tomorrow night.
Thank you guys so much.
It was such a joy to watch, and one of the best in the country. Cam Turner from Topeka, Kansas. Only one Division I offer for her, and
it was the one that counted.
And this is the one that counted, the one that she wanted, and making a name for herself in this program, leading her team to a first-round victory in straight sets.
So it'll be Kansas and Penn State tomorrow night in the second round. Ought to be a great one. Big thank you to our Rock Chalk Video crew. Job well done, led by our producer-director Curtis Lorenz. Big thank you to the sports information sides from both schools. Zach Levine from Omaha, Hannah Leahy as always from Kansas. Thank you to the Kansas communications staff for hosting. Great job by everyone in the athletics department. Jill Dorsey Hall, always a pleasure. We've got another one coming up on Friday night as Kansas wins it in straight sets over Omaha. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Kansas wins it in straight sets over Omaha. You'll see Penn State in the second round on Friday night. We'll have it for you here on ESPN+. Good night from Lawrence. Looking forward to round 2.